What's going on, guys? You guys are probably here because you guys got code P1298. The year behind me is a 2004 Honda Civic. It's probably the same code for Accords, Civics within those years, probably newer. So pretty much a quick rundown on what the ELD, it's pretty much ELD system high or circuit high. Pretty much what this ELD circuit does, it's an input to the PCM, and the PCM sees how much load demand there is in the engine, or I guess in the vehicle, and then for that it's gonna create an output to either make the alternator work harder or not charge so much to not put that much of a load on the engine, which pretty much is to increase fuel economy. The reason you get this code is because if the ELD is failing, I guess your vehicle is going to have more of a load because the alternator is going to be charging more, so which means you're going to produce more emissions. That's pretty much what Honda thinks, why they'd add it to the check engine light, I guess, for emissions. If you do have this code and you're thinking about postponing the repair or whatever, I'd advise you not to. This car behind me, I purchased from a different person that kind of a fixer-upper. So he let that code go. Pretty much it took out his batteries because the ELD failed to where it was reading that there was a high demand at all times, which meant the alternator was overcharging, and due to the fact that the alternator was overcharging, it overcharged the battery pretty much, and over time the life of the battery went down and it no longer holds its charge. After I replaced the ELD and I replaced the battery, the alternator was still overcharging due to the fact that it was under pretty much heavy load, probably like a year or more. So in my theory, I think the ELD took out the battery and took out the alternator. Finally, I replaced the alternator. Sorry, I forgot to mention, after replacing the electronic load detector, which is what it stands for, the code went away and the car was okay, but the lights would flicker here and there, and I checked the system running voltage and it was at like 15.5 volts, which is pretty high for these 12 volt systems. So replace the alternator and everything's good now. So don't postpone replacing. It's like a $40 part. So run into like a brand new battery is like $200 or more, and then the alternator more than $200 or whatever online. You can get it for like $170, $180. Don't postpone this code because I'm telling you, it'll take out multiple components. Now, as far as the repair, it's pretty simple, straightforward. Here's your fuse box located on the passenger side. This component right here, I don't know if you can see it. It's already been replaced, like I said, because I replaced it. It was late at night, so I didn't feel like building a video at that late at night. So this is your ELD, which is your electric load detector. As you can see, it's pretty much bridged in between these I think they're fuses. They're like big fuses, 40 amps and 80 amps. Pretty much the electrical load that goes to the battery, it's detected by the ELD. So all you gotta do is pretty much disconnect your battery, negative at least. So we'll proceed doing that. You know, anytime you're working with electrical, you want to be safe. And then you're gonna remove both of these. It's pretty much fuses. It takes a Phillips, regular size Phillips. I don't know exact number. I'm using the attachment bits. So you're gonna remove the first one, which is the green one with the 40 amp. Push it to the side. Remember, that's the one you took off of that side, on the right side. Then you go to the left. Don't lose the bolts, or screws, whatever you want to call them. Okay. I usually place them on the side of where they're on. They won't come out because it's in the back. It's connected. So all you gotta do is just take the fuse box. There's some little clips here you push. And you remove it. And then you're gonna flip it upside down. And there's a little cover right here. Remove that cover, and you can just look where it's at. Then you go to the very back. Then you're gonna find the connector. It's white. It's like a 3-pin connector. Yeah, it's white. Then you're just gonna pretty much line this up. It's a little tiny clip right here. Probably can't see it, but you'll see what I'm talking about when you get to it. And then this is pretty much your, so it is, electric load detector. Pretty much this thing right here, power flows through it, and there's just pretty much hollow inside. Has how it detects the amperage running through the system. Then once you replace it, put it inside. Make sure the right side is on the right side. Clips in. Same thing, go back here. You're gonna connect it. Hard to see. Then you're gonna put the cover back on. Just clips on there. Then line up the tabs. It's 4 tabs. Or 3. Mine has 3, but I'm pretty sure that they're messing with this. Then you assemble it backwards. Put the 40 where it goes. And as far as torquing it, I mean, it's just a small screw. I wouldn't torque it that much. Make it nice and snug. There's one. And there's the other one. As I'm doing is I'm telling you guys, don't procrastinate repairs like these, because they can progress into something bigger. The guy that had this car, I'm telling you, he was the biggest procrastinator, and there's so many things that I had to fix on this car due to just poor maintenance. Everybody's talking about cars and the best cars to drive or cheapest repairs. It boils down to maintenance. That's it. Just connect your battery back up and fire it up. Hopefully it didn't go that long. It says the code's set. I'll be doing more troubleshoots on this thing. I have a few codes that I gotta address, so maybe I'll be uploading videos. Alright guys, take care.